Hey peeps, Matt's Mox here. Does your city have a problem with organized crime, as you could see by Attitude City's worst criminals? Well, there is a solution for if your city has organized crime. Introducing the recreation of an old mock. Of course, it's not the best recreation, but oh well. This is Police Mech version 2. Hey peeps, Matt's Mox here. Wait a second, background? And what's this? Well, that'll all be explained in a moment. This is a mock showcase of this. Anyhow, so this is the Police Mech Mark II, which is an upgrade of the previous Police Mech I've had, which was getting old. It was a little blocky, a little outdated. It needed some change. Of course, I brought the change. Now, Attitude City is actually a really nice city in canon, you know. Of course, it does have 12 main villains. We have these guys. They're a rival transport company. You got the aliens. I can't remember what their names were again. But anyways, they're evil. You got clones on motorbikes. And that guy behind my large badge. So, city needs to handle this somehow. The only way to is with, of course, the police mech. Because why call in the military when you have alien problems when you can use a giant mech? Now, Attitude City Police Department funding is pretty bad. So is the fire department and the postal service, which I'll do videos about those facilities following this one, because I need to do more mock videos. Yeah, that's right, more mock videos. Could you believe it? I barely post enough anyways, and now I'm going to do more mocks. But anyhows, the police mech is the answer. Now, let's just move myself out of the way and not fall over. As you can see, it's got some features to it. It's an all-around unit. Now, it's not just used by the police, but it's also used by the fire department. As you can see, it's got arms. It's got lots of flashing lights, so it could be seen pretty well. It's got protection for the cabin, which I'll show later. But you might notice this hose and pump. Believe it or not, this is actually for fighting fires, because Attitude City, it's a nice city. They don't have many police cars because they don't have a lot of crime. After all, they only have 12 criminals. Now, when your city only has 12 criminals, you don't really need all too much, because these guys, they don't really cause too much crime. They're kind of more mischievous, as you can tell. They're led by this guy, Zero. You know, got people like Zoran, Zebedee, Zip, what is it? Zach and Zub, or Zug. So, like, they're not really a problem. The aliens, yeah, they just come out of nowhere. Then you got that guy. So, the water cannon's only really for, well, fighting fires, because Attitude City Fire Department is so poor that they decide just to share with the police department. So, yeah, this mech actually fights fires too, which is great. Of course, the legs are original, the feet are changed, but it's the same setup. It's got some more lights in the back. Got another arm. It used to have a giant gun, but now the giant gun is replaced with a water cannon because, sure, Attitude City Police are armed to the teeth, but let's make this one a little bit more friendly. And these guys, of course, are armed, but this is bulletproof armor, so it's good Kevlar. Of course, have some detail on the top, a roof scoop because it can run. Lots of protection and visibility. This bar can actually be lowered, which, as you can see, it only covers a not so important light. doesn't really cover the headlights all that much. It's got more blue lights up top. The red are on the arms, which make it look a little cooler. And on the back, it has a police logo, but you might also notice this. Oh, well, that's not supposed to happen. This can detach somehow. Come on, you don't know what? There we go. Unlike Brooks are, I have successfully made a cut in the film. As you can see, I'm joking. He's a great guy. But this can detach from that single stud right there on the back of the mech, which has even some fans for cooling. Of course, the cooling fans are on the back, because it pulls the heat away from the unit because of the air intake up here, and it just runs through its power unit, which I will not tell you what it is because that's a secret. Got police logo, and this is the robotic dog from the book Fahrenheit 451. If you've ever read the book, they describe the robotic dog in good detail. So I recreated it here in Lego a long time ago, and I never really had a place to put it because Attitude City Police Department, they don't really need it. It's kind of like a perk, really, and I didn't want to scrap it because I had no use for the other parts. And I had the robot dog from the third wave of Space Police, so this is the result. And he's not bad. You know, he's kind of like he'll crawl into buildings during like fire rescue and save people kind of deal. Even though he's got, spiked tail. Oh well. So yeah, he is good for, of course, stopping crime. As you can see. Now, the back also has another feature. It opens up and reveals the inside, which, yes, it does have the SpongeBob windows there because I had them, number one. Number two, that's the only piece I had that will fit there and allow for arms. This piece right here that folds up is part of the engine unit, but doesn't have everything, just has stuff that can stick off. Now I'm going to open it up and show you. Actually, there's not really much of an interior. All you do is lift that up and then pull up right here. And there literally is nothing in there other than the pilot. Because this is so advanced, it's got like screens and that only the pilot can see. That's why he's wearing that helmet. Because safety first, especially if this falls over, doesn't actually have a, any kind of netting to hold him in place, which you'd think for an advanced robot like this, that costs a lot of money, it would have some sort of safety features. But of course, don't forget, it was paid by Attitude City Police Department and Fire Department. They can't, well, you'll see. They can't really afford too much. So they kind of got it on the cheap end. But our pilot, he's in there, doing what he does. Just close this up in front of him. But yeah, that is the, of course, police mech. And it's got good articulation. As you can see, this turns right here. Got ball joint here, ball joint here. On the other side, this doesn't turn normally, because that's just to aim the cannon, but if you need to lift the arm, just lift that up, and then you can lift this, lower this down, that'll lock it somewhat into place when it's not broken off, and that'll allow for even higher aiming of the monitor, which is the name of the, well, cannon / monitor. But yeah, this has just been a simple mock review of a simple mock that is one of the oldest mocks on this channel, but now is updated. And also I get to show off a few of the villains here of Attitude City Police Department, including the Z-Stacks Trucking Company, you know, and of course our other criminals, through showing off a mock. This is basically it for the video. There's not really anything else to say, really, because, yeah, that's it. Probably next time I do a mock review, I'll do some of the buildings of Attitude City, which I have a ton of, so I need to really show them off. But yeah, that's all for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Until then, here's a half-built steam locomotive.